guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review for Thor number 2, and you guys know I love the first Thor so much. You know, I love sci-fi movies in general, like fantasy, action. If I had to pick top 5 movies of all time, they're all sci-fi. Like, my top 5 are Fifth Element, Thor, Oblivion, Contact, and Cloud Atlas. Those are my top 5, and I can watch those movies over and over and over. Like, it's seriously, just, I don't even care. But the first Thor, I watched it so many times. I watched it in theaters, I think like 3 times when it first came out, and then I've seen it like a bajillion times since then. So I love it. And of course, the actors are awesome, like Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman, like amazing. Tom Hiddleston, Anthony Hopkins, everybody. So I really liked it, and I had to see the second one. So the second one I've already seen twice over the weekend. So I've seen the second Thor twice now since it came out over this past weekend, because I'm just obsessed with it that much. And different friends wanted to see it, so I went with like each group, because I was like, I might as well go see it because I love it so much. So I just want to say it's so amazing, and I loved it. I wasn't at first thrilled at the fact that they switched directors, because the first Thor, their director was the guy that played Gilderoy Lockhart in the second Harry Potter, and I thought he did an amazing job on the first Thor, but then they decided to get a different director for the second one, and I was like, why? Like, what is wrong with the first one? I don't understand. So I don't know if maybe he just didn't want to, I don't know, but I was a little bit skeptical before I saw the second Thor. I was like, what if I don't like it? But it wasn't bad. You can see that it was definitely darker than the first one, but I think that's the whole point, because it's the dark world, you know, so it's not as like, ooh, pretty, like everything, the cinematics and everything, but the special effects were still amazing. So I just loved the story, and when I came home from seeing it the second time, I literally spent like hours on YouTube looking up different interviews with the cast afterwards, and like with the director and producer, just different interviews, not just like when their whole panel is sitting there of like the cast and the producers and directors, journalists asking them questions, but just like if it's just one of them or 2 of them, like different interviews or like funny stuff or like outtakes and bloopers. I just, you know, was like obsessed. I was like, I have to watch this. And also, if you haven't seen it and you plan to go see it, definitely stay after the credits. They have 2 scenes. So first they play like the main actors, like pictures of their face with the names, so that's like a little bit of credits. And after that they have a scene where the 2 of Thor's friends have the ether. So the girl, Sif, and then the bearded guy, I don't know his name, they brought the ether in a cube, you know, it's encased to this like collector guy, and he has all this creepy stuff around him in his little museum. So they give it to him, and the explanation for that is the fact that they already have the Tesseract locked away on Asgard, so they don't want 2 stones there so close to each other, because, you know, somebody could take them or whatever. And so he's like, yeah, you know, I'll keep it safe for you. And then once they leave, and he's like all evil, he's like, 1 down, 5 to go. And it's like, what the fuck, you know? It's explained by people who follow the comics, which I don't, but I looked it up, and it's basically because when you saw the after credits of either the first Thor or the Avengers, I'm not sure, one of them, they had the after credits where this like evil looking purple guy, like Thanos, I'm not sure what his name is, I don't feel like looking it up, but he like turns around and it's kind of like like he gives this evil grin. And it's basically, he has this like a glove that has the 6 stones. If you have them all in your possession, you can be like the god of universe, basically. And so the Tesseract is one of those stones. It's like a space stone, and then the ether is like the power stone. So basically, that's, you know, not good. So this collector, it's not quite set if he wants the stones for himself or if he's working for this purple guy, but you know, it's still not good because he's still evil. We don't want him to have it. And then credits roll again, and if you stay after those credits, they have this extra other scene, which is awesome, and I'm so glad they included it. And basically they're sitting there eating breakfast, and Jane is all sad because Thor went away again, and she's not sure how long it's going to be till she sees him. And then he comes back, and he's like giving her this kiss, and it's so awesome. And then they show this a bit of comic relief, like the big monster that was from the Frost Giants land, whatever it's called, that happen to be on Earth now because of all the crazy like wormholes, and he's just chasing the birds across the parking lot. It's pretty funny, but I'm just glad that they made Thor come back, because it's like it was 2 years since he came back the first time, and I'm like, that's quite a long time. It's Jane. I don't blame you for slapping him in the face, girl, because yeah. So that was nice. And also about the twists in the plot and everything, the part where Loki was like dying, at first when he got stabbed I was like, oh no, no, but then I was like, there's no way they can kill him off. He's a pretty important character. So when he was like lying there in his arms and Thor's arms and dying, I knew that was fake. I was like, he can't be dying. I was like, he's just pretending, you know, he can like switch form. So I already knew that was fake, and then it proved to be right when they showed him like change into the guard and like go to the king and tell him that, you know, Loki died. So I was like, yeah, I was right. But then at the very end, when he pretended to be the king talking to Thor, I totally didn't see that coming. I didn't think that was going to be him, because he was given a pretty good speech, you know, about how like, oh, you're so good, Thor, and you put your life out there, you know, in front of all the 9 realms to see. You wanted to protect them, and you were risking your own life and everything. So I was like, okay, I really thought that was the king talking, and in the end, it wasn't. And then when, you know, Thor said he didn't want the throne and Loki was on the throne, I was like, oh shit, now it's gonna be another fucking story with this whole throne thing, how he's gonna try to be king, since, you know, he was the younger brother, but the older brother said he doesn't want the throne. So yeah, that's not gonna be good. One thing I found annoying was Darcy a little bit. She's funny in some parts, but some parts I feel like it was like overdone a little bit, and I don't know if that was the lines or the improv. Like, I don't know if it's her or they just wrote it, the character that way, but it's a little bit much at the very end. It's like, I don't know, some parts like she would try to be funny and like nobody in the theater would laugh, and I'm like, yeah, they should have just cut that out. And also, if I were Jane, I would totally love to go to Asgard and just stay my ass there. I would not even come back. I would be like, yeah, fuck Earth. This is awesome. I'm staying here with Thor. If he was like, you can stay here and be like the queen with me, even if I'm gonna survive way past you and you're gonna die, I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, I wouldn't even hesitate. I'd be like, I'm staying here. And also, I was really sad for the queen that she died. I was like, this is not good. I was thinking maybe they'll revive her with their like special healing powers that they showed when they were trying to like heal Jane or whatever. But they couldn't, I guess, bring her back, so that sucks. I was kind of sad for that. And then that ceremony where they were burying her, you know, that was cool, because I was watching Ancient Aliens, and they were talking about how Thor and the whole connection with the Vikings and all that. So the Vikings basically had this ritual where they sent off their dead in a ship into the sea and then light it on fire, and they got this somehow from their gods, this like ritual. So they were saying it's like, you know, because of the spaceships and the fire and stuff like that. But I thought that was nice that they included that in the actual movie, because they're supposed to be the gods that, you know, the Vikings looked up to, and they had this ritual. So when they lit the boat on fire with the queen and also the other boats of people that died in the battle, I thought that was really nice how they touched upon the mythology. And also Anthony Hopkins, he had the raven on his arm, and, you know, the mythology says that Odin had like 2 ravens that would like go fly around and then would come back and tell him what happened. So I thought that was really cool that they, you know, incorporated that into the movie for those people who know about it. And for those who don't, you know, it just looks like a bird, but it's nothing like, you know, oh, what's going on, like, you know, it's nothing confusing to them. But for those people who do understand, I thought that was a nice touch. So yeah, I don't know what else to say except that it was fucking awesome and an epic. Like, I don't even know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, everything about the movie was great. I don't know. There's nothing really that I would just be like, what the fuck, you know? Like, I don't understand, or like, it just sucks. Like, everything was fucking awesome. Chris Hemsworth, oh my god, so hot. Especially the scene where he was like shirtless and he had like there's a little basin of water or whatever, and it was supposed to be like a serious scene, but, you know, everyone in the theater was just like all the girls, they didn't even care about the seriousness of the situation. So yeah. Oh, and also, you know, I liked that he still, you know, looked for Jane, you know, like through the guy that can see her through space, you know, even though he might not have come back to Earth to talk to her, he still cared about her and everything like that. And then he didn't go after anyone else, like any other girl on his plan it because, you know, I remember Anthony Hopkins was like, you should look and see what's in front of you, and like Sif was over there fighting and stuff, and then, you know, she was all like, come have a drink with me when they were like having their little, you know, celebration, and he was like, no, bitch, no. I like Jade. So I thought that was funny, and then like Sif was walking by when Jade was with the queen, and they looked at each other, and Sif was just like, this bitch. It was pretty funny. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen it, if you like it, if you don't like it, what parts you love about it, what parts you don't love about it, or whatever. I don't know, tell me what other movies you're planning to see this month. I'm gonna go see About Time, and I'm gonna see the second Hunger Games for sure. So I will be doing videos of those too, and yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.